everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marcia. Today I want to share with you a recipe on how to make pumpkin pie. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is some canned pumpkin, and I just bought the Walmart brand. It needs to be 100% pure pumpkin. You're going to have evaporated milk, egg, sugar, pumpkin pie spice, a little bit of salt, and you're going to have a frozen pie shell. Now, I just bought the Walmart brand. It comes two in a pack, and I always get the deep dish, guys, and that's what it looks like. But now you can buy whatever brand you would like, okay? It doesn't matter, whichever one works for you. But you just take it out of the freezer, and I'm having this recipe today because I did another recipe on pumpkin rolls, and I had some pumpkin left, and I thought, well, I really want to share the pumpkin pie recipe, but I don't have enough pumpkin, so I thought, well, I'll just half it so we can just do one pie instead of two, because the original recipe will make two pies. So just doing one today, just half and everything. Anyway, I'll try in the description when I do this, I will try to put the whole recipe and then indicate, you know, if you want to do two pies, do the whole recipe. But I'm going to be referring to my list today because this is something I do seasonal, guys. I don't do pumpkin pies all the time. My husband loves pumpkin pie. He loves pumpkin roll. He loves all of that. I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin, but I will eat it. It's just not my favorite. My coworkers love it. So anyway, and this is just the time of the year for that. So anyway, I'm going to read here. I have to take my sugar, salt, and pumpkin pie spice, and I have to mix it together in a bowl. So let me get that out real quick. Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to claim that. And you're going to need a half a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice. See if I can get that out without making a mess. And then you're going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. All right, we'll do that. Now I'm just going to mix that together. Like I said, I'm going to be reading my recipe a lot today because this is seasonal. For me, it's not something I do all the time. Thanksgiving is coming. The fall is here. I love the fall. I love all the atmosphere, the things you can do. We went to Dollywood this past weekend, me and my daughter and my little grandbaby, and I always say we walk the hills of Dollywood, and we sure do, and I love to ride the rides, and so does my daughter, but my grandson's only a year old, so I wrote a couple of things, but we mostly just played on the kiddie playground, did the carousel, ate some good food. It was a great time. The weather was perfect, and everybody was out. I think everybody and their brother and their sister and their cousin was at Dollywood, okay? I'm just going to say Saturday, but it's just the perfect time of year. You don't want to miss those opportunities because it's so much fun. All right, so let's see. I have preheated my oven to 425. That's where you have to start out, guys. And it says to mix the sugar, salt, and pumpkin spice together. I got that. And now I need to beat the eggs in a large bowl, which I'm only doing one egg today because I'm halving my recipe. So let's get that egg in there. Beat it up just a little bit. This bowl is an old vintage Pyrex bowl, and my son-in-law found it at some kind of estate sale or something, and I love this thing. It's so good to mix stuff with, and I'm using my hand mixer today, not my stand mixer. I just want to drag that thing out because I love it. It helps me, but sometimes when I'm just doing videos and demonstration, this one's a little bit easier. All right, now I got to add my pumpkin, and we're adding. It's like 7.5 ounces, so almost one whole cup, because if you're doing the full recipe, it's one 15-ounce can, so half of that's 7.5 ounces of pumpkin. So we're adding that in. I just don't like to waste anything, guys. When I do something and I have have stuff left, I want to try to find something to use it with, you know. All right, and then we're going to do 6 ounces of evaporated milk. I just bought the store brand evaporated milk. To make sure, yep, because normally it's 1 can, so it's just half or 6 ounces. All right, got my eggs, and then I'm gonna mix this, and I'm gonna put my spice in with it. And I've never hacked this recipe. I've always just done the whole thing, so Lord help me, I hope it does good. Now, if I think I need to, I might just put another egg in there just for good measure, but let's see. All right, let's see. We've got another egg in there just to make sure. I worry, since I'm halving this. I've never halved it before. Now, when you do this mixture, it's always really runny, and you're thinking, ooh, that's not going to do good. But it usually sets up really good because of the egg that's in there. So I think I'm just going to trust the process. I don't think I'm going to put an egg in there. I'm just going to mix this up. Whoop, not too high. I don't want it to swing out on me. Alright, I think that's it. So let me put my little mixer right there. I'm going to scrape my little bowl down a little bit because I don't want anything to be missing in there. Woo. Alright. And I'm going to pour this in. And like I said, full recipe makes two. And when you buy the deep dish, I recommend the deep dish pie crust, guys, because you can see how full this one is. But you need the deep dish because it's going to overflow if you do the regular. So that's my pie. I'm going to put it in at 425 for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to reduce the heat down to 350, and I'm going to bake it 40 to 50 minutes. And I have to see just to make sure that, you know, when I insert the center, it comes out clean because we want this done. And so we'll just have to let it set up, and then we'll come back and we'll look at it when it comes out. And I can't wait. And I'll talk to you in just a few minutes, okay? Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, I cooked my little pumpkin pie. I put it in the oven at 425 for the first 15 minutes. Okay, and then I turned the oven down to 350 and I cooked it an additional 49 minutes. It says 45 to 50. I checked it at 45 and I cooked it for 4 minutes. And it looks perfect, guys. Now it has to sit for a little while, so I'm not going to cut into it today because I'm going to give this to somebody. But guys, this is how you make pumpkin pie. It's really easy. And you can cut a slice of that. You can put you a little dollop of Cool Whip on it. It's amazing. And some people like to even drizzle caramel on top. I think that would be good. I think caramel goes well with pumpkin. But anyway, that is start to finish, guys, homemade pumpkin pie. You can do this. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marcia. And don't forget that in the description, everything you're going to need and how to do this recipe is going to be in there. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.